Parrot Jungle has been delighting South Florida residents and visitors for more than 65 years now in this community. It was the first major tourist attraction in the state when it opened back in 1936. Now they're rounding up the birds and packing up the attractions, ready for a big move downtown.
Despite what a lot of people think, senior correspondent Ike Seamans and I weren't there when they opened up in 1936. But he does have a look at why the jungle fever is sure to continue among South Floridians.
Unusual and dazzling is the Parrot Jungle near Miami.
Franchier wanted a jungle to show off his birds, so he rented 20 acres for $25 a year in remote South Dade, now Pinecrest, and opened Parrot Jungle in 1936.
The beautiful marching flamingos are always exciting.
Cher was sure he had a hit if the birds wouldn't fly away. They never have. Lush Parrot Jungle is the way South Florida used to look. But it's the feathered ones visitors flock to see. They quickly became international stars. The kid in the white shirt loved them. Joe Orzinski's now an NBC6 photographer.
The one thing I remember about the Parrot Jungle is, of course, posing with the parrots. They're on their, you're on your arms and your head. It was a fun thing growing up.
Parrot Jungle is a family thing. Here's Bob Mayer's mom and dad in 1959. Why, Bob met his first girlfriend here. He did this story in 1988.
Like some of the parrots who've been performing in shows here for nearly 50 years and who may be the same parrots I did this with nearly 30 years ago.
In the 1960s, Parrot Jungle was a Zimmer family favorite. Young Mike took these pictures. He's now our chief photographer.
I have such fond memories with my mom and my dad and my sister, and just all the neat things that the Parrot Jungle represented to me.
The Parrot Jungle tradition is handed down generation to generation. NBC6 managing editor Liz Roldan in 1971. Her kids, Katrina and Julian, today. Soon, Parrot Jungle moves uptown. Will it be the same? Why, of course it will, as long as the stars are happy.
Were you ever a child to go there, Ike?
I got to tell you, someone asked me, why, when you do all these heavy investigative reports, do you do stories like that? And I'll tell you why. Because I like stories like that.
We all do.
Our thanks to our friends at the Florida Moving Image Archives for calling us about that video, which was turned over to them by the Parrot Jungle. And usually when I do stories about these types of things, they're sad because they're closing down. They're just moving downtown to Watson Island.
But it's such a beautiful piece of property in Pinecrest.
In my hometown.
It's great. All right. Well, we all have those pictures with the parrots on it, don't we?